What's up, YouTube? This is One Way, back with another live video. Everybody getting ready for the weekend. What day is today? Thursday. Tomorrow will be Friday. Everybody recovering from Thanksgiving. So how's everybody doing today? This is One Way. Just thought I'd tap into the world. See who's going to tap in. Hopefully everyone's having a good day today. Hopefully everybody woke up. Good spirit. This is just going to be a quick live. See how my algorithm's going. Just thought I'd tap in for a minute. Today I was going to speak on something, but I don't know, maybe the topic is a situation that happened back in the days. Thought maybe I could help somebody by putting this information out. Anybody who's feeling like down or something like that in their life. See if some people get up in here before I start talking. My real life story. Or it's a true story about a friend of mine. Happened like a few years ago. I probably mentioned it a few times. You know, hopefully this story will kind of reach out and help some people that are kind of down. Maybe it'll lift them up. You know, I had a friend back in the days who was going through some stuff. You know, family problems in life. And he was pretty low on his lowest point in life, you know, and he was eventually giving up in life. And I was trying to help him, you know. Many a times, the first time he took a bunch of he drank a bunch of alcohol and downed a bunch of pills and wanted to go out like that. But luckily I had came through and, you know, saw him there laying almost gone in life, and I called the ambulance and luckily saved his life. But it wasn't too much farther than that, you know, that he was still giving up in life. See, he was going through shit with his family and stuff like that. He got caught up with the old girlfriend from like on Facebook or something like that, and this guy was a family man with kids and stuff like that. And he tapped in with this girl on Facebook, and the girl on Facebook, got him feeling all type of ways and got him kind of hooked on pills and got him cheating on his wife, and the guy turned on his family and stuff like that. And eventually the guy was just like so much in a hole because that girl eventually, kind of left him and stuff. He didn't have his family. He was trying to reach out to his kids. His kids wasn't fucking with him no more. His wife was, already about to get remarried and stuff like that. So he was feeling down, and it wasn't too much longer. He was like, "Man, you shouldn't have saved me like that. I wanted to go out." He was like mad at me for saving his life. So, the next time I came through, this guy had like this guy had put a weapon to himself and was trying to go out like that. When I was there, he was crying, and so I had to wrestle the weapon out of his hands and everything, and he was crying, and I had to hug him and tell him, everything's gonna be all right. You don't gotta. It ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing happened with this guy. He got back with that girl again, and he ended up getting in a wreck, and he left that girl there, and she was all messed up, and he ran from the police and stuff, and eventually he had warrants, and he was gonna go in jail and do some time, and he didn't want to go to jail, so he paid bail, sold a lot of his equipment. This guy was like a well-known guy who built cars and stuff like that. Like if you guys see the Tesla truck, he would be getting sheets of aluminum like that, and he would be building formula cars for people, custom. He was making hundreds of thousands of dollars doing stuff like that. He was like a famous welder in the city of Salinas. In fact, if you look up Salinas racing, you might see him up in there. Anyways, the story plays out like I said, he wanted to go out. He was giving up in life. He didn't want to go to jail. He gave up a lot of his equipment, just to post his bail. And I told him, jail ain't that serious. Just do your time and you'll be right back out. And it wasn't that much longer that, you know, he OD'd again. And this time it was like so much where he ended up in ICU. The the people down here couldn't save him. They had to fly him up to the city. And that messed up his mind even more because he got like this $40,000 bill for the medevac, and he was like, "What am I gonna do with this? I got like just after things were hitting this guy, and he was just on his last hope. I was trying to help him out and stuff, coming through every time that I seen that he was down. But like I said, it was the last time he was gonna go to court that morning, and so he called me, and I came through, and he wasn't in his house like normal, so I went to his back shop, and it was locked. So and I heard the phone ringing up in there, so I knew like he was up in there or something. Something was up, but the door was locked and everything. But he had given me showed me where the key is. So I had access to his shop. He trusted me. So I went and got the key and opened it up, went inside and found him hanging from a those, where you guys pull engines out, the big ones with the big steel arms that come out. He was hanging on a rope from that, and I had just talked to him, minutes before that, and it still bothers me because I kind of lagged on going to see him that day, and so when I saw him hanging there, he had his eyes open, and so I cut him down. He wasn't breathing. He had no pulse and stuff like that. So people like that can be like, people can fall off and get to their final moment. You wouldn't even expect it because this guy was like was like a pretty solid guy. You know what I'm saying? He didn't seem like he would go out like that. That's what I'm trying to say. It surprised me that he went, even though he was going through all the other stuff. I felt like, I was supposed to be like that angel and be saving him and stuff like that. That's what God was like telling me, like, go help this guy. So shit, I was doing what I could, you know what I mean? But finding him the way I found him kind of fucked up my head. And I still go through it. But anyways, and what it also showed me was like how people are like really ill, because that girl that he was cheating with at the time, he had told her, I'm gonna I'm gonna give you this Jeep right here. He had this nice lifted Jeep. He had pinstriped her name on the side of it, and he was like, if anything happens to me, this Jeep is yours. And so that day, that when I had found him that day, and the police all came and the coroners came, she rolled up, and the first thing that she did, she hopped in that fucking Jeep and took off in that Jeep, and the police chased her down, and we're like, well, what the hell are you doing? She's like, I came to get this Jeep. He told me that this Jeep is my Jeep. And I was thinking, like, what the hell? She wasn't there to save him or help him out or nothing like that. But as soon as he passed, she was over there wanting to get his Jeep and shit. That was the only thing that she had in her mind, was getting his fucking Jeep. And I seen how cold people can be. And even at the same time, after my homie passed, I seen all his friends come through, flocking, coming to get all his stuff, all his equipment and all his belongings, and it's just crazy how cold. Nobody was there to help him. Nobody was helping when he was like calling out to people, like, and we all knew he was close. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, nobody was there, but as soon as he passed, everybody came to get all his shit, all his MIG welders, all his equipment, like everything. The dude, I know, dude even has, like I said, that engine puller that he hung himself on. I know a homie who has that shit right there in his front yard, and I'm thinking, damn, how can you have that shit in your front yard? Like that's got his spirit right there on it. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty cold, but he has it out there like because he uses it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of cold. These people out here, they see people not even as being real people. You know what I'm saying? This guy was a family man and everything. I tried to reach out to his kids. His kids wouldn't. His kids, were feeling some type of way that he dissed his mom and stuff, like, or dissed their mom. So he didn't have nobody. He went from having everybody around him to having nobody around him. And yeah, the pills and stuff like that did mess up his minds and stuff like that, and that did play a lot of the things that went bad in his life because he was making bad decisions. Them pills, they get you. She got him hooked on them pills. You know, and that's what happens. You get hooked on things and you change up your whole shit. You start making bad decisions, and I think that's what made him suicidal was them pills. It wasn't until he started taking them things, his mind started, his psycho, he started playing games with his mind, and that's why he was trying to just end it. And I hope anybody who hears this video, kind of helps them, and they don't see life like that and see no hope like that. There's always people out there that are always, that always help you out and shit. Somebody, family members and stuff. Like even his family members, I never saw. I even tried to reach out to his family members, his his brothers and sisters. They live down south, and life's a trip like that. How people will just how you could think people were one day so strong, and then the next day they just give up like that. You know, me, I would never do nothing like that because just more to life than stuff like that. But I've seen a lot of people that are down on the last hope, maybe jail or maybe they lose a loved one or something like that, and they just give up on life, and will help somebody, you know what I'm saying, who's thinking about stuff like that. That there's always hope, and there's always people out there that that do care. You just got to tap into them people. Don't surround yourself around people that just don't care because you'll start to see even family members and stuff like that. They'll show their true colors. All of a sudden, they'll come to the party, not the party, but, you know, the party of, after the passing, and you'll see how everyone acts. And it's cold. People are cold in the world. That's just what I've seen. So people probably ask why I get the way I get, you know, it's just because of things that I've gone through and stuff like that. And it's recent, you know what I'm saying? So it still kind of bothers me and stuff like that, you know. Like I said, this video right here, I don't even know if I'll keep it up because I don't even know if YouTube likes people putting out videos like this, but just I'm in a Beamer right or Mercedes right now. I'm in my Mercedes. It's a AMG. So anyways, yeah, I appreciate you coming through. Cookie Banger. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Nice one. Mercedes. Right. So like I said, this is kind of a different story. This was just, like I said, to reach out, different type of video that I've actually went through in my life. It's an AMG. Anyways, like I said, this video hopefully will help somebody who's down, and know that even if you have to do some time in jail, like him, he didn't want to do no time in jail. Is was a lot of it. He was gonna go to court that morning, and he just didn't want to go to time in jail. He had paid bail the last couple times, and he knew when he went in this time that it was gonna be, they was gonna take him in. So he was like, you know what, I don't wanna go to jail. And he kept telling me that, but I kept telling him, man, time will just go by real quick, and you'll be right back out. And it ain't nothing. I've even did time in jail and shit. From juvenile hall to county, right there in Salinas and shit, where it's pretty rough and shit. But yeah, I told him it ain't no thing. You just get through it. As long as you're not out there trying to flex and shit. There's people out there that got your back. Like when I was in county, it's about Cali. It's just about stuff in Cali, the sites in Cali and stuff like that. And plus, I like to help people. You know, I talk about certain situations and hopefully come out with like a positive result. You might hear some bullshit on my channel because if you're been tapped in like with the Fillmore Africa saga, there's a bunch of stuff that's been going around. But besides that, this channel is based on like just life in just life in general, going through it, getting through stuff, and cars and stuff in Cali, like exotic cars, old school cars, just Cali living, and maybe rap. I'm into like rap and stuff like that. You like cars? Yeah. Out here, there's a big thing with cars. Monterey, Laguna Seca. I don't know if you're to the racing cars or lowrider cars, but we got that all around here in this area. A lot of my homies, they got lowrider cars, Impalas and stuff like that. I got an old school Cougar 68. You like cars? What kind of cars? You probably like them fast cars, huh? Like Monterey, they got uh once a year they got the exotics that come out. The Lamborghinis, a lot of exotic cars out there. Bugattis, into the Bugattis and stuff like that. Some of them are pretty cool and stuff. Like I like oh, you like the 90s, like the 5.0 Mustangs and stuff like that, huh? And the Camaros. Or maybe those are more like 80s. The Vets. Yeah, that's true. You got to be a little more realistic to what we can kind of tap into. But those are nice cars to go check out and look, just to look at. You can one day. You never know. You might go down and play lottery and manifest it. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about 90s American. Oh, you like European cars, like okay, BMWs. Yeah, I had a BMW M3. It was a '98. It was one of my favorite cars. Man, that thing would just get up so it had a Schnitzer. That's cool. It had a Schnitzer kit on it, and that was one of my favorite cars. Man, I had a system in it and everything. I appreciate you coming through, Cookie Banger. From Are you from Europe? Yeah, the M3 I had. I wish I would have never got rid of that. That was a cool little car. Man, that car would get up. The response on it was just so. It would just pull you instantly. What kind of car you got, or what kind of car you liking? If you're still up in here. Oh, you like Italian cars, Ferraris and stuff like that. See, Ferraris are cool, but those are a little harder. Oh, Alfa Romeos, huh? Those are cool. You don't see too many Alfa Romeos and stuff like that around. I see them, but not too many. Like you said, back in the days, you would see them. Lancia. Yeah, they're just harder to find. It's like the Datsuns. You just you don't see them too much anymore. My homie's got a cool Datsun. He's got up in his garage. He's working on old school. I think it's like a I forget what year it was. It's a 70 something, I think. It's the old school body. Yeah, he came from um Japan and has it working. He has it in his garage. I need to figure out what year. I need to talk to him, ask him what year it is. I got pictures of it and stuff, but I don't know exactly what year it is. It's pretty souped up though, because he's all into that stuff, racing and stuff like that. Please start. I don't know. I hope I have sound. Let me know if I have sound because it's saying I don't know if my sound from my speaker card might have shut off. Yeah, not too much here in Cali because of the weather. You get a lot of rust out here, but more towards the Midwest and stuff in the United States, They got them out there. You find them out there in them dry desert areas. Yeah, you can find them. They have them. Like you said, it's hard, or you got to pay a lot to get them shipped out there. That's another thing. It gets expensive. Yeah, actually, people still come up with old school cars from old ladies out here. They find them. I know this old lady that has this old school Rolls Royce. I kind of want to tap into. It's like one of them old school Rolls Royces. Just have it for, I don't know why. Yeah, if you find them, they're dirt cheap because people out here they ain't really tripping. If you could find the barn finds, but people who know, then you gotta pay arm and a leg even out here because they'll hold on to them. Yeah, I got the smaller one, the six banger. I don't got the eight. How much horsepower? Shit, I'm really sure. Shit, I don't know what it has now. I gotta look at the specs. I'm not really a car guy that knows all this stuff about specs and stuff, but I do know what cars I like. So, like I said, how you bought it. I think what it has like 400 horsepower, 500 horsepower, something like that. 400, something like that. Like I don't know the exact what it is. My bad. I can go check. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see if I got the manual. I don't got the manual right here. Yeah, I'm not too much of a car guy like that, where I don't even work on my own cars. I got people that work on my cars and stuff like that. I should work on my own cars. I should gain knowledge and stuff like that. Nah, I'm not that. I ain't got money like that. It's just, I just know I like nice things and tap into that stuff. I wish I knew how to work and knew about engines and stuff like that, so I could be working more on my cars instead of just taking it to the shop. Nah, I'm far from that. Like my Cougar, shit, I even put that in the shop. But I could work on my Cougar and stuff like that. But this car, I don't touch. I just put it in the shop. Technology is a little different now. The computer systems and stuff like that, and tools and stuff like that. No, I know. Like even my son, he's more knowledgeable with stuff like that. I should be into stuff like that. Like my son, he can give you all the specs of this car and stuff like that, and his cars. Yeah. No, I be knowing, but shit, I be forgetting. I be going through so many cars. I got another little Fiat, a little 500 Fiat Sport is a cool little car, little smash around. Yeah, but I should be able to work on my cars and stuff like that. Hopefully, I still have sound. I don't like. Yeah, that's no. It's just kind of just not knowing shit. Like if I had somebody who would teach me and stuff like that, and shit, I go up in there and I be nosy to see what they're doing and stuff. But I change the spark plugs and stuff in here, stuff like that. Other than that, like I don't be doing nothing real high tech. Like I can do stuff like that. The basics. I don't even change my own oil though. Shit, it cost me like 150 to go change the oil. Oil's expensive. Yeah, you can take classes and stuff. Like my son's friend, he took like a $10,000 class, and he's pretty. He
He's on it and shit. What's funny is he's a chef, so he don't even use it. But my son has been learning from him, and he's been teaching my son, so that's cool. I never really learned to work on cars and stuff like that. Yeah, it's 10,000 to be certified out here working on cars. That's I'm talking about be certified mechanic. He went through that, paid 10 racks, got certified. I think that's probably, I don't know, it might even be more now. That was maybe 3, 4 years ago. But it's professional on hand training and stuff like that. And they all have their scat packs and Hellcats and stuff like that. So they got their little club going on. And so my friend or my son's friend who's the mechanic, it's cool that they got a mechanic in a little club. Like my son, he's really into that. He's real into like cars and racing and stuff like that. Like he'll always put it in sport mode and be driving with the paddles and stuff like that. I rarely put it even in sport mode. That's cool. See, it used to be like that out here back in the days. People would show game and stuff like that, but people just it's hard to find people mechanics and stuff anymore that teach. Yeah, it's a little pricey. Romania, that's it'll probably got too many exotic cars out there. 2 beers and a cigarette. Hey, let me know if I have sound. I don't know. My car cut off, so I don't know if I was speaking through my car and now I don't have sound. I guess I must have sound. Some of the rich people. You know, you can get them. You just gotta tap in, find them, stuff like that. You know, you think it's only the rich people that get them, but there's ways. Especially if you have connections, you know the right people, you can tap into stuff like that. That's why it's always good to surround yourself around certain individuals if you're into cars that can like get you in touch and stuff with stuff like that. You got an old school car over there in Romania? What kind of car are you guys smashing out there or driving out there? Damn, the sun has me glowing. Hopefully I still have sound. Maybe my sound went out. Tap in. That's kind of lying. It's like lying to yourself that it will be successful and rich. Here we laugh and call it the American way. I know what you're saying and shit. I get what you're saying. And yeah, we gotta be realistic. We can't just act like you can't just be imagining things and stuff like that. But there's always hope. You'd be surprised. America ain't as if you ever come to America, you see the stuff on TV, but it's not as easy as it looks. They make it seem like everybody's out here and got money and stuff like that, but I could take you to a lot of areas where people are living in their tents and vans, and they just don't. It's there is a big struggle out here. It's just hidden. It's just like how the war and everything that goes on in the media, they hide it to make it look like America's all good and all this and that, but there is a lot of people out here that just it's a struggle out here in America. I ain't gonna lie. I go through it. We all go through it. Yeah, it's better to be realistic with stuff, but just have hopes. Like always have hope though. Don't act like there's no hope and stuff. Yeah, I'm not really sure how it is there. Romania. I think I. Hey, Nikki Lee, thanks for coming through. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Romania, but I do. I think I know a couple people out here in America from Romania, and they do say it's hard over there. It's a different lifestyle. It's not like America. America out here they have a lot of places where they help you out and stuff like that. A lot of other countries there's no support. Yeah, it's like a lot of countries though. You got to work. America is not where everybody comes gets on welfare. It's not that easy and stuff like that. If I drive you around, you could really see the struggle where people are living in tents and stuff like that, and they just it's hard out here. Like for example, if you lose your job out here and you ain't got family support, you can end up on the streets just like that, and that's real talk. Unless you hustle and get that job, like for example, you could lose your car and not even be able to get to work and just go down real quick here in America because shit's just too, especially right here in California. You know, homes, the average mortgage here is like over, $2,000, $3,000. California is pretty ridiculous. The rent, just to rent like a one-bedroom home or one-bedroom apartment is, you know, minimum, a couple thousand racks. Where I live, a couple thousand. So it's not that easy. And imagine if you're a couple months behind on rent or anything like that. Shit, it's hard to catch up. I've gone through it back in the days. I've been through it. Like I ain't gonna lie. As much as I get up here and I kind of trying to show the turnaround shit. When I was young, I was living in cars. That's why I know what it's like. It can be a cold night, especially during the winter time. You know, I've done it. If you ain't got no family support and stuff like that, you know, right here in America is not as easy as people think. You know, they think you can just come to America. You can't compare America with them. Yeah, but like I said, it's not as good as they make it seem. Like when you see it on TV and stuff like that. If you actually come here, unless you like put in the work and or have family support, you can end up with nothing or in like end up in a tent. Like
Hey, is anybody still up in here? Or did I kill my live? My phone overheated and shit, that's never happened to me before. But it said like I'm back live now. Like I said, I apologize. My phone overheated to anyone who was up in my live. I'm gonna just end it, y'all. Everyone have a good one. Peace out. Oh, wait, is there people up in here? Let me know if there's someone up in here. Let me know if my live's still going on. I'll keep it going if it's still going on. If not, I'm finna end it because I think I got messed up. I was talking to somebody from Romania. I was gonna ask him how the life is out there, because America is not as good as people want to paint it out to be. The struggle is real out here. It's not like you can come to America. If you're willing to work and put in the work, there's you can make it out here. But like I said, if you don't put in that work, real quick, you can end up homeless. You can end up with nothing out here. And another thing out here in America is that there's a lot of like drugs and shit like that. So a lot of people get hooked on that. Once they get down to a certain point, all the people that are in the I'm not saying all the people, but all the people that are down, that's where the drugs and stuff hit. And eventually you start getting hooked on that. And that's kind of how America people end up their bottom when they hit the bottom point in life. A lot of people become homeless because of that reason. Maybe because of, you know, doing stuff like that, not making right decisions. So if anyone's back up in here, someone let me know. I'll keep this live rolling. I was this live eventually. I mean, started out with I was talking about people giving up in life, and hopefully my video reached out to somebody, to anybody who's really down, whether it be family, especially this time of year, holidays and shit. Like me, I don't got too much family support and stuff like that, so I feel kind of some type of way when I see all kinds of families get together and stuff like that. I got my family, my son, my girl, and stuff like that, but I don't got a big family like the rest of these people have, where they have big meals together and stuff like that. Like, I got friends and stuff like that. Just my family's just so spread out, and it's hard to get together, and nobody really gets together. Yeah, holidays, especially this time of year, that's why I kind of made my video, because people get low in life and people start feeling some type of way, and I don't want nobody to feel so low in life where they give up in life. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're living, whether no matter what your situation is, you know. I know people living in tent, and I support his channel. He him and his friend, I guess, were going halves on a place, and his friend couldn't pay his half, so he ended up losing the place. They both ended up losing the place, and he ended up living in a tent. And shit, he's living in a tent right now, to be honest, with his cat. So, don't think that my channel is here dissing nobody living in tents or nothing like that, because, like I said, it's just so quick. You can end up in a homeless right here in America. America is not as great and as easy as people want to think, from other countries and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot more than other countries, I'll admit, to like a lot of third world countries and stuff. But at the same time, you're dealing with a lot more issues here in America. It's not like in the other places where it's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. But here in America, they bash you if you become homeless. It's like to get the support is hard, stuff like that. So I hope everybody's having a good day today, and I hope everybody gets the positive message out of my video today, because I do try to teach a little bit and help out a little bit when I can. But like I said, you can't trust everybody and you can't help everybody out. And my video kind of shows that I wasn't like, for example, I a lot of times think that I failed, helping out my friend. Still to this day, like, I was just, I don't even know what I was doing in my home to to um to prevent me from going there sooner. And now I always think, man, if I would have just gone there sooner, I think things would have been different. You know what I mean? But I apologize if this video sounds like I'm flip flopping, but that was in the beginning of the video. That's what I was talking about, and then I started talking about cars, and and then my video kind of died because my phone overheated, and I think my battery's finna die right now. So I might end this live pretty soon. But this was just a quick live, just to see if I can get into the algorithm. I see I ain't really tapping in, because when you're in the algorithm, you'll see your numbers will jump right there. That should be jumping 30 and stuff like that, going at least fluctuating, at least put a bunch of people in and give me the opportunity to keep them in there. But when there's nobody up in there, then you figure, shit, like right now, I don't know who's up in my chat. Let me know if you're up in my chat. Comment, like it, or you know what I'm saying? That's what people say. Comment and like. This was just a live. I wasn't up here talking bullshit today. I'm done with talking the bullshit. People already know. If, like I said, if you're involved with the Fillmore saga, then you already know what's up. I don't gotta come up here and talk about that no more. I'll probably get back to my nature videos and stuff, or my videos going out and about, and maybe car videos and stuff, because it seems as though those do a little better as far as like people being involved and stuff and tapping in and likes and stuff like that. Like I said, I hope everybody, stays positive, even though there is a lot of bullshit going on in the world. It's all around. Just keep your head up and know that there's always hope. You know what I'm saying? That's why the thing with nah, I don't want to get political, but it seems like things might be changing here sometime soon, and that's cool because that's what we need here in America, anyways, is a good positive change. Yeah, America was looking a little dim for a little while, and like I said, hopefully Trump releases all those people involved with that Capitol riot because I don't believe they should be in jail. With all these people out here that have been doing so many other things. Damn, my phone's finna die. My battery's on its last little. So I appreciate everybody coming through. I went live a little longer than I thought I would. Everybody have a good one. Appreciate everybody who came through. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe and all that. Peace out, everybody.